There's a probe away already. This is maximum cheese. We better do those intros. Although he's in pink, he's not pretty in pink. He is ugly! And in the blue, our potential cheese victim. He is DNS! Our French player is an acronym that leaves much to the imagination. So the reason I suspected cheese guys is there was a title on this replay called The Best Game of My Life. So I'm expecting something fast, furious, and cool. Are going to be very disappointed. DNS is a storied pro player and a multiple-time Grand Master. He's also kind of scouting the wrong way. Ugly is an unknown quantity with a proxy pylon. His main is completely empty. He's saving up his pennies. Here he goes. Gateway and a forge and a second gateway. Ugly is bringing new meaning to the phrase all in. DNS has a gate up and he's adding a second gate. This is standard for PvP and he's going to be thankful for it here. Oh, Ugly's going to put a pylon right at the bottom of his ramp. It won't be visible till a building completes. Oh, that pylon's going to be seen. He just kind of completed DNS's wall for him. I guess he can cancel that and use it to sneak inside. Or he could let it complete and build a cannon off of it. DNS responds by putting down a cyber core. He prioritized that over an immediate zealot. Oh, the forge is done and a low ground cannon goes down. Ugly is spending all of his money. He's only got 15 probes. There's a second cannon. And 2 of those 15 probes are in DNS's base causing mischief. Ugly's got a zealot on the way, but DNS's will get here first. DNS's scout's gonna see that there's nothing going on in Ugly's main. Absolutely nothing. DNS has stopped making probes. He has to match the offense. As soon as those cannons complete, things are gonna get right unpleasant. DNS's core completes and he starts 2 stalkers and a shield battery. But the cannons are online. There's no way DNS can stop that. He's going to have to pull back and regroup. DNS starts a new gateway in anticipation of losing one because he's almost certainly gonna. This is going to be a quick game, people. There's no way this stabilizes or transitions. Can the first blood be a building? There was a stalker inside that fallen gateway. 2 zealots flood inside DNS's base. DNS does have a stalker to kite them. But Ugly just snuck in a high ground cannon. That's a potential game changer. DNS has to shut down those probes. He's gonna add 2 more shield batteries to help buy some time. Ugly's got a 3rd zealot slashing up his probes. The stalker's gonna go to work on it. He's gonna get it. But at least one of those high ground cannons is gonna complete now. It's 2 gateways to none right now. DNS almost has his new one online. That stalker is the defender's MVP. Another high ground pylon gets added. DNS has to stop that probe. He does, but it costs him his stalker. And now DNS is probes only. Ugly advances another zealot into his mineral line. DNS is demonstrating how to defend without combat units. A 3rd high ground cannon gets started. There's already 2 firing at the Nexus. This is bleak. DNS might stand for does not see a way out of this. He's built a stalker. DNS canceled his second gateway to try to round up some money. But zealots are just getting continually rallied in, and there's a probe available to add more cannons. Oh, I can empathize with DNS's rage on this one. I think it's been imprinted onto the replay file. There goes his stalker. And DNS is a classy enough guy that he GG's. Many of us would have typed something else. Well, casting a PvP is one way to make sure I can finally use the Protoss victory screen. Well, congratulations to Ugly on the best game of his life. DNS is currently ranked number 58 in the world, so no doubt taking a game off of him is a pretty nice feather in Ugly's cap. I do believe if you're ugly, it doesn't hurt to wear a cap. Ugly is not a world-ranked player, but let me take a moment to compliment him on a well-executed rush. It had one feature that I particularly liked and I think is worth pointing out here, and that was the pylon that he put in his opponent's wall. You don't have to have it because you got your low ground pylon. But for just 100 minerals, you can really mess with your opponent here. They're locked in their base until they deal with that pylon, and you have the option of canceling it and running in your zealots. Or just let it finish to extend the range of your cannons, and even warp in from it at some point. I like DNS's plan for falling back for stalkers and shield batteries, but once you realize it's actually 2 gates and a forge, you know that's not going to work. One thing that could work is a counter cannon rush. DNS had a scouting probe out there. If he had a forge, he could really slow down his opponent. Remember, Ugly's got barely any probes, and a forge can be pretty useful in PvP. And now, as long as I'm getting super armchairy, and this is the kind of decision you only question in hindsight, you didn't hear me complaining about it during the cast. DNS's first zealot was rallied to go outside his wall. DNS saw that the cannons were about to complete, and so he saved his zealot by rallying it inside at the last moment. But in hindsight, it would have been better if he would have had it pop out of his base. He could have killed those 2 probes. He would have lost his zealot, but it would have been way worth it. But he doesn't have the information that we have at that point in the game. Pull back and regroup is a time-honored strategy for defending rushes. It just wasn't going to work here. Anywho, let me know if you have thoughts on the best game of Ugly's life. And please, please watch out for this dude on the ladder. Oh, and this is for the 17 guys who are going to ask in the comments if I don't mention it here. Whenever I can't find a profile picture for a player, I always substitute an attractive model. It's just supposed to be a little bit funny. So no, Ugly's not going to look like whatever model I wind up sticking in the thumbnail. I don't even know Ugly's gender. I assume it's a he, though. Just playing the odds there. And really, when you're playing Starcraft, what does it matter anyway? It's a time-honored tradition, such as this one where I get to say, from my base to yours, Zugzwang out. To continue your Starcraft journey, Nova advises you to click the video in the upper rectangle. But Kerrigan warns you to watch your 6 and click the video in the bottom rectangle. Or you can stimpack your Starcraft experience. Subscribe to Zugzwang Starcraft. Just hit the circle. From my base to yours, Zugzwang out.